everybody, this is Matthew Trum here with the Campfire Restoration Project and Camp Paradise, an ecosystem restoration camp model here in Butte County in response to the devastating campfire that came here and changed so much of our world. And I wanted to make this message as an update for the project and a way to tell you about where we're at and how you can get involved and the kind of resources that we have for the project to help rebuild in a more meaningful way, one that's in balance with nature, one that not only restores the land but also our human systems. And we're really excited to give you guys some announcements. So this is an update for you about the project. First of all, happy summer solstice. We're here at the time of the year where we've had the longest day. The sun is up high in the sky, and we're going to feel that effect of the sun here for the next couple months. It is hot, and where I live here in Butte County, where this fire took place, it gets up to upwards of 115 degrees some days, very arid. So we want to design ourselves into shade, and I'm coming to you from my beautiful under the Chinese elm here, one of the best fast-growing shade trees for our area, behind me is the food forest that I've designed. This is my home and demonstration site in downtown Oroville, an asset for the community to demonstrate models for permaculture design and living in balance with nature for a low-maintenance, self-sustaining system. And so wanted to shoot this here so you guys could see, what are the possibilities for a different kind of place to be for humans, a new story. So big announcements. Number one is that we've created a summer resource guide that you'll see attached below to this email. And this is for property owners and folks that are campfire survivors in the area, but it also translates to really anyone else that lives in California in more arid conditions. And it's a recommendations of what we can be doing during the summer season in rebuilding the land and working with the land. So, like I said, it's hot. If you feel stressed, remember that the earth does too, that the land feels stressed, that the plants you have outside feel stressed. It's not the time to start planting new stuff. It's unless it's right around your zone 1. If I would say don't start a garden at this point, and especially if you don't have a healthy space to be. So we need some basic infrastructures first to make ourselves, our zone 1s and the human element more happy. And so shade structures. This is a big time for getting into building. Okay, if you have a nice little place to start, it's about observation. It's a time for getting together and building those systems and community systems that we're going to need, those networks that we need going forward for the fall, which is going to be the big time for movement. Okay, so summertime is sort of a second dormancy in our climate, that we are going to be simmering it down on the activity. And it's just like the plants, really. Whatever is out there, it needs to be established at this point, and it's going to fruit, but it's not going to really it's not going to do a whole bunch more energy and growth. It's kind of at its peak right now, and it's going to start to go down from here on. So we want to go with that flow. And so we've created this resource guide that you can see below. It's got a lot of really great things in there, including ways that we can set up these hubs, this hub model to have the resources we need in the community and create a pattern in the community where we'll have drop-off points for things like wood chips and straw bales and food systems. We need to be healthy, right? So join your local co-op. We have a model that is working really well here, and we'd love to share that with you. It's a cooperative CSA box program, and it helps bring together a bunch of local farmers, creates community, it's low overhead, low infrastructure, and it's working. We just got over 100 members here, and I started it back in November. Really haven't had to advertise it too much. It's really been self-generating, and we'd like to share that. Reflections. So we had an amazing camp back in April, April 26th this year, and it was the first ecosystem restoration camp action weekend in the U.S. And we went ahead and worked together with the California Council to put this thing together, and we were able to build a mobile camp facility. This is our model, as a mobile camp here, because of the special situation we're in with the large scale need here in disaster response sort of mode here. We wanted to make a camp that is mobile, and actually we started to think about it, and we thought, you know what, this is actually a great model in general for the ecosystem restoration camps, because the need is so great. And once you restore a piece of land to a certain degree, it's nice to go ahead and move on, or to be able to deploy that infrastructure to a community that just had a disaster. So this is our model. We've just also completed our official overview of the camp project, the Campfire Restoration Project, and Camp Paradise, which is also linked down below. I encourage you to check that out. This model that we're using here is now going to be adopted by many other camps in the world, and we think it's a wonderful model because it focuses on public spaces first rather than private properties, because we want to be able to see these models, and it's not so helpful if we restore a big piece of land if nobody can see it, and it doesn't benefit anyone and inspire anyone. And we can videotape these things, and it's great, but having them right in the town centers, at the schools, number one, at community parks, at community centers, these are really impactful because people can see, feel the effects of ecological function. And this is really what we want to do. And at the schools, it's amazing because we're inspiring the next generation all at the same time. So please check out our overview. This is about 7 years of my life work put into this document. It showcases a lot of different models that I've developed over the last few years, and I think it's a model that can really fast track this whole system. And it's based on a resource hub model, very similar to the resiliency hub. And we're going to be working with folks like Susan Silber to create these sort of coalitions and these networks, so we can all share in the tools and the resources and the the network together. So when we say we're not saying we as an organization, we're saying we as the collective we in this coalition, and I think that's really powerful. The weekend was amazing. We received great encouragement from participants, campfire survivors, and supporters all over California. We've got press that came. There's a article coming out from Yes Magazine here in just the next couple weeks on the camp, and many other local partners. So the ERC, the Ecosystem Restoration Camp, has a plan for this year to mobilize 6 camps globally, and we are officially recognized as the USA camp on that list, and particularly for our model that we created here, because they think it's a powerful model, and it solves some of the problems that maybe have been going on in other camps. So we've been given a really powerful opportunity to create a bioregional and international model for ecological disaster recovery. And one of the things that there's another journalist I'm working with that's writing an article for The Guardian and a couple other organizations, bigger organizations, or media outlets, and his focus was, well, you're doing this in disaster response, but really, shouldn't we all be thinking of this whole thing as a disaster, and what we can help share here in Paradise with this project is something that can be adopted everywhere, because we are in a disaster mode, and we need to have that energy and mobilization, because as the old infrastructure goes, which is unfortunately going to happen through these types of disasters that are going to be continuing to take place, hopefully we can catch it as much as we can before it does happen, but they will inevitably happen. And as that old infrastructure goes, we have an opportunity to bring in a new infrastructure and a new culture, a new way of living, and I think it's really a special opportunity if we can see it that way. And I know it's hard to, the loss is huge, but the possibilities are even bigger. So please see our vision attached. And we have a new video that's really exciting. It's on the website. It's also attached below. Thanks to Manea and other filmmakers that have brought that together. And it's got a really cool stop animation, or a time lapse of the action day up at the Pine Ridge Elementary School, which was our focus for the restoration weekend that we had here. The school in Magalia is one of 2 schools that were left in the fire zone. In the burn scar, where these kids are actually going there every day, and we were able to put about $10,000 into that school. We put in a garden, we built them a shed and benches, and planted a food forest, and put in swales, and helped fix the ramps to classrooms, and took out toxic handrails, and did all this amazing stuff. And now that's a demonstration site for the community that the kids are going to grow up with now, and see and feel, and the mother of the children and the father of those children are going to see this and spread that information out to the community. And it's also going to be a hub for a mother stock of plants and trees and things that can be spread out to the community as well. So this is the idea here. And we're now really focused on our organization. We're focused on, now that we've got this package together, it was a lot to get all this together. And now we can share that, and we can fundraise, and we can really focus on the fall, which is going to be our next big push, our next big camp. We haven't decided October or November, but it's coming. And please, look out for those emails and how to get involved. So each and every one of us has a role in rebuilding, and so this is where this collective hub model comes in. We are going to be setting up these micro hubs where property owners, if you're a property owner, you want to get involved, you can sign up as a chip drop site from wood chip trucks. You can sign up as a hub that can give away those chips to your local community. Maybe you have other resources like plant stock that people can come take cuttings from. Maybe you make compost. Maybe you're into mushroom spawn. Maybe you have fresh foods and vegetables in the area. This is where you want to sign up for the micro hub, so that we can all network and create these patterns to work together to help get through this summer and build community all at the same time. We're learning and building up our stock for the fall, where the big movement's going to be happening. And so we're also going to be encouraging organizations to post on our community calendar, where there's going to be workshops coming up, natural building workshops, land work parties, plant propagation parties. We're going to be having a lot of get-togethers. This is going to be a big theme this summer. So I expect an invite from me to come and to a barbecue and a potluck, and we just want to put all of the information for anything that's happening related to restoration and sustainability and just this sort of new community that we're building together can all go on this calendar here, community calendar, and yeah, and together we can make a really big change. And we want to take it slow. It's time to really start thinking long term and start to really take that break that many of us need. It's okay to take a break. I know for even myself, I've been running really hard since the beginning of this, and I hit a wall and had to take a break, and it was one of the best things that I've ever done. And I'm trying to balance still my my own zone one, my personal life and the project. And I think it's really important that we all balance our personal lives and other projects that we get into, because it's really there's a lot of need right now, but don't worry, that need's not going away. But we'll be able to be we'll have more longevity if we can really focus on that balance. And but let's get together, because together we're strong, and many hands make light work. So let's work together. Let's start planning. Let's build each other. Let's help build structures for people so they can get out of the elements, and have the headspace and the nutrition they need to do this work going forward. And I'm so blessed and honored to be able to bring this information to y'all. Thank you so much for your support with the project. We're raising funds right now, and so if you are in the position to donate, please do go check our website out, and under the donation tab, and it's all tax deductible donations. Of course, only folks that can, that would like to get involved. And we're going to be looking for volunteers. We're going to be getting funds so we can hire a few people. So we will be looking for some folks there as well. So expect these more regular newsletters. Sorry it's been a while since we sent anything out, but it took us a little bit of time to make sure we're getting our organization correct, and that we're prepared for the next steps to come. So let's all look ahead for fall. It's going to be a big fall, and a lot of work to be done, water harvesting and erosion control and planting and so many things. So, but right now, let's just come together in community and love each other, and have forgiveness and patience with each other, because these relationships we build now are going to be the foundation for all this great work that needs to be done in the next, our lifetime, really. So thank you so much. My name is Matthew Trum, and